2-sec silence. Think about the exact moment a tool stops being just a piece of software. Beat. It's the precise moment it officially becomes your coworker.
Yeah, like it stops waiting for you to press a button. It just, starts anticipating your actual needs.
Right. Welcome to the deep dive.
Mm.
We're pulling from Anthropic's beta release notes today, some leaked benchmark data from Sakana AI and recent SEC filings.
Exactly. We're trying to figure out one central question here. What really happens when our software starts acting entirely on its own?
We are exploring Anthropic's radical new persistent memory in Slack.
And we'll see how Japan is actually dodging international export controls with some really clever AI orchestration.
Plus, we're examining the massive physical ripples this tech is making globally. We're covering everything from billion-dollar fundraisers to zero water cooling.
The sheer pace of the infrastructure change is, it's simply staggering.
It really is. I gotta make a vulnerable admission right up front, though.
Oh.
I still wrestle with prompt drift myself.
Oh, absolutely. I think we all do.
You start a conversation asking an AI to code a website. By prompt 10, it's somehow giving you a recipe for pancakes.
Right. It just completely loses the thread of the original parameters.
Exactly. It completely loses the context. That makes our first topic today highly relatable to you.
If we're moving away from transient chatbot interactions entirely, we are finally moving toward an always-on teammate.
Yeah, let's unpack this new development from Anthropic. They recently rolled out a major beta update.
It's a brand new service called Claude Tag.
Right, and it acts as a proactive, deeply integrated AI teammate. It basically lives directly inside your company's existing Slack channels.
Yeah, so it learns your unique company context just one message at a time.
Previously, you could direct message Claude easily enough. You could route specific coding tasks through Claude Code.
But this new feature introduces something fundamentally different.
Right, exactly. It introduces a powerful layer of persistent memory.
And that memory fundamentally changes the whole workflow dynamic. Everyone in a specific channel shares a single identity now.
They share one continuous, highly informed Claude identity. That means any team member can just jump into the channel.
Right, and they can pick up the conversation exactly where someone else left off.
And you don't even have to prompt it sometimes, right?
Yeah, Claude Tag actually features a brand new ambient mode.
Wait, really? So it's just watching the channel constantly?
Exactly. It proactively jumps into chats without needing a specific prompt. It observes the flow of your team's conversation silently.
So when you finally tag it with a specific job, it takes action.
Right. It already has all the context to break a complex task down into stages, and it reports progress directly in threads.
Plus, it uses admin siloed tools to carefully protect company operations. That is incredibly powerful.
It totally changes the game.
Using older AI feels like using a vending machine. You put in a coin and you get a snack. Every transaction is isolated.
Yeah, completely separated from the last one.
But Claude Tag is like a coworker who actually remembers the project from last week.
That isolated transaction model is exactly the problem with chatbots. A transient model just forgets everything between isolated chats.
A persistent model builds a working mental framework, though.
Exactly. It converts your channel history into mathematical vectors.
So it understands the unspoken rules of your team dynamically. Which leads me to ask, does persistent memory mean it stops hallucinating?
Well, it drastically reduces the chances of making things up. Hallucinations often happen when a model lacks sufficient context.
So without context, the system just tries to guess the answer probabilistically.
Right. By anchoring it in shared channel memory, it stays thoroughly grounded. It references actual project history instead of pure probability.
So memory anchors the AI, reducing made-up facts over time.
Exactly. It grounds the intelligence in shared reality.
If Claude is mastering the micro level of team orchestration, let's zoom out a bit.
Yeah, let's look at Japan's Sakana AI. They're using orchestration at the macro level right now.
And they're actually using it to dodge international law.
It's a wild geopolitical development in the AI space.
Sakana AI just dropped a new model called Fugu. It's taking a very different path to frontier-level performance.
Yeah, Fugu acts entirely as a multi-agent orchestrator.
Let's define that jargon for the listener really quickly. An AI manager that delegates tasks to specialized helper AI programs.
Perfect definition. The core Fugu model basically operates like a project manager.
And Sakana is pitching this setup as a strategic hedge. It's a hedge against recent international export controls.
Because those controls recently blocked access to major top-tier models, they completely pulled the plug on Anthropic's Mythos and Fable in Japan.
So Sakana built a system to route queries internally instead.
Right. It evaluates the user prompt and selects smaller helper models. Then it merges the final answers from these various open-source models.
And it keeps the complex multi-agent process completely hidden from you. You just see one incredibly clean API in your screen.
The launch actually includes two distinct versions of the system. There's a faster, standard version called simply Fugu.
That was designed specifically for everyday coding and chat tasks, right?
Exactly. Then there is a much heavier version called Fugu Ultra. That one is built for highly intensive reasoning tasks.
And apparently, both models perform extremely well on synthetic benchmarks. They perform near or above Fable 5 and Mythos.
Yeah, they score highly across complex coding and science evaluations.
Sakana's main selling point is pure geopolitical resilience.
They're actively positioning Fugu as a highly secure alternative. It's a way to secure frontier-level capabilities internally.
It completely removes the risk of losing sudden API access.
Right. You're fully protected from international export bans. You're no longer reliant on a single American tech company.
I was looking at the early community reception, though.
Yeah.
Users are reporting the real-world output is seriously struggling.
Yeah, real-world output isn't hitting frontier level yet.
It sounds like stacking Lego blocks of data. It's clever, but structurally wobbly.
Benchmarks often fail to capture real-world workflow nuance. Orchestrating multiple weaker models introduces a heavy coordination tax.
Context just gets lost during the handoff between the different agents.
Exactly. The final output often feels somewhat disjointed and confusing.
So, can combining weaker models really outsmart a massive export ban?
Legally speaking, yes, it completely bypasses the current restrictions. Technically speaking, it's a much harder process to execute smoothly.
The system struggles with maintaining a cohesive logical thread.
It's a brilliant legal workaround, but it really lacks refinement.
Clever architecture doesn't automatically equal frontier-level real-world intelligence yet.
2-sec silence. It's a step, but certainly not the destination.
We're going to take a very quick break right here.
But stick around, we've got a lot more to cover.
2-sec silence. And we are back. Creating these massive orchestrators requires staggering amounts of capital.
Oh, absolutely. It requires unbelievable hardware and massive human restructuring.
We're seeing the economic infrastructure completely transform overnight. For instance, Oracle recently cut 21,000 internal jobs.
Wow, that's nearly 13% of their overall workforce.
It's a massive, painful corporate restructuring. And the company stated AI deployment directly led to these reductions.
Let's explain how that actually happens internally. AI automates the highly repetitive back-office data flows.
Right. You don't need thousands of routine administrative processors anymore.
But we're also seeing an immediate legislative response to this.
Yeah, California Representative Sam Liccardo introduced a major new bill. It offers up to $5,000 per impacted worker.
This money flows directly through corporate tax credits. It's specifically for retraining, apprenticeships, and hiring recent graduates.
Then you have to look at the sheer capital involved globally. SpaceX just launched a $25 billion notes offering.
Wait, $25 billion with a B?
Yes, $25 billion. They're aggressively using this to fund massive AI expansion. The deal reportedly drew nearly $85 billion in orders.
Investors are absolutely desperate to back this physical infrastructure. Menlo Ventures just raised a new $3 billion fund.
Their earlier $750 million Anthropic bet definitely paid off. That initial stake is now reportedly worth $14 billion.
It proves AI still drives absolutely huge venture capital wins.
But all this capital is paying for massive physical hardware. NVIDIA's zero-water AI factory design is getting serious attention.
Traditional data centers evaporate millions of gallons of water constantly.
They use it to cool down the massive server racks.
Yeah, because these new chips run incredibly hot physically. Water absorbs heat much faster than traditional air cooling.
But NVIDIA is using a totally closed-loop cooling system now.
It cycles the exact same liquid refrigerant continuously.
It could reduce water use to near zero globally. This works exceptionally well in highly favorable global climates.
The physical scale of these data centers is terrifying, really. They consume massive amounts of raw power and resources.
Whoa. Imagine scaling to 1 billion queries without a drop of water.
It's a remarkable feat of modern industrial engineering.
And the human talent required is just as intensely focused. OpenAI DevDay is officially taking applications right now.
It happens in San Francisco on September 29th.
Getting a role at these core companies is notoriously brutal. A recent Business Insider piece highlighted the culture at Google DeepMind.
Yeah, it explained the intense work ethic Vlad Feinberg actively used.
It requires extreme dedication to reach that top tier. They specifically model hiring on his intense dedication.
So with all this shift, it begs a question.
Right. Are we building jobs faster than Oracle is cutting them?
The current data suggests a very painful transition period. We're destroying legacy administrative and basic coding jobs quickly.
But we're creating highly specialized infrastructure and complex orchestration roles.
The overall number might balance out eventually over time, but the required skill sets are entirely different now.
We are shifting human capital, not just eliminating it entirely.
Exactly. It's a brutal, rapid skills transition.
Let's look at how this trickles down to the individual. All these macro investments hit the listener's desk eventually.
Oh, they're hitting your everyday tools very rapidly right now.
For example, Meta is designing its own cheaper AI smart glasses. They're starting at just $299.
They use internal cameras and the Muse Spark AI.
They can instantly identify physical objects around you, and they answer spoken questions about your immediate physical environment.
It's basically taking the persistent memory of Claude Tag.
But you're strapping it directly to your eyeballs.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening.
Let's run through some other rapid-fire everyday tools. Let's group them by the ecosystems they are actively building.
Okay, first we have the entirely private AI ecosystem.
Littlebird builds a completely private AI memory system locally.
It silently pulls from your Slack, email, and daily meetings. It reads your private documents and your screen text.
You get instant answers with the actual receipts attached.
Yeah.
And your private data stays entirely on your local system.
Then there's Codapist for the Mac operating system. It's a smart autocomplete tool that learns your habits.
Right, it works seamlessly inside Mail, Slack, and your notes.
It even autocompletes your other complex AI prompts locally.
Then we pivot to the massive new verification ecosystem. In truth, is a wildly powerful new Chrome extension.
This one is particularly relevant for the intense political sphere.
It fact-checks politicians in absolute real time.
You can instantly verify claims during live debates or interviews. It actually verifies mathematical claims while the video is streaming.
FableWatch is another interesting new monitoring tool. It watches the Claude Fable 5 API continuously.
The team automatically pings the server every 60 seconds exactly.
And the instant it answers, FableWatch automatically alerts you. The visual generation side is also advancing incredibly fast.
Yeah, OpenArt generates consistent cinematic AI videos up to 5 minutes long.
It maintains consistent characters and scenes throughout the render. The visual style and voice remain completely stable automatically.
You just type a prompt and the entire scene renders.
With real-time fact-checking and instant video, what happens to trust?
Trust is absolutely no longer implicit in the media. You can't trust a video just because you see it.
You have to verify the cryptographic origin of the file.
Cryptographic origins use deeply embedded mathematical hashes.
So if one pixel changes, the entire hash breaks instantly.
Exactly. Tools like In Truth will become mandatory cognitive filters.
Seeing isn't believing anymore. Verifying the data source is everything.
Hey, let's pull all these threads together for a second. We're no longer just prompting isolated AI text boxes.
We're rapidly entering an era of ambient, persistent AI ecosystems.
It might be an orchestrator dynamically dodging international export laws. It might be a Slack bot quietly anticipating your workflow.
Or it could be a $25 billion infrastructure push.
AI is permanently moving from being a simple, discrete tool. It's becoming an environment we actually live and work inside of.
That brings us to a final measured question.
Here.
I want you to think about your own role in this new ecosystem.
It's crucial to reflect on where we fit in.
If AI is now capable of acting as a proactive colleague, and if it acts as a manager of other models entirely, when do we stop being the primary operators?
And when do we start becoming the ones being orchestrated?
That is the ultimate question for the next decade.
Look closely at your own daily workflows tomorrow morning. Question which specific tasks are ripe for a multi-agent orchestrator.
It's definitely going to change how you view your job entirely. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive today.
We'll catch you on the next one.